Alright, maybe this works. That was weird. Hopefully this one will work better. Let me actually just close some other tabs out here. Real quick. Harry Miller, Ed Dusky, Frank Mercurio for Huskies. Washington Capitals, John Mackinnon. Gene Galate, Bones McKinney, Bob Vera, Buddy O'Grady, Al Luszek, Alvin Grady, Johnny Norlander, Eric Torgoff, and such. Also, Fescalari. Ha. Okay. Frames is dropping. I don't know what I'm doing. What did I do wrong? Okay, why are my frames dropping? What did I do? Like, what? That's weird. Either way. Hopefully this will work much better. Hopefully. Now, let's head on a week, I guess. Of course, New York does amazing to start off. 5-0. Hey, it's the New York Knicks. What can I say? Go Knicks, go. Head straight to the trade deadline. Ooh. Why are we trading 4 second-round picks? What are we doing? What is this trade? The Knicks. Why? Bob Gannett and Ben Goldfaden. Why? Use this and then reset. We didn't get Bob Gannett back. Huh? Ben Goldfaden is a free agent now. Like, we just traded 4 of our second-round picks for nothing. Why? Oh, huh? Tell only one because Boston leaves in 51, so technically only one. But still, what was that? That was like the dumbest trade I've ever seen. Trade deadline, All-Star break, I should say. Western Conference All-Star: Ralph Seaver, W. Jorgensen, Jake Halbert, Clay Hermson, John Mills, Goran Gacho, Stan Miasek, Bob Duffy, Dick Scholes, Bob Fott, Nat Franco, Ned Andres. In the East, we got Bob Kluggish, Elmer Morgenthaler, Art Hillhouse, Virgil Vaughn, Connie Simmons, Jake Weaver, Pop Goodwin, Hank Beenders, Howie Dahmer, Bob Fitzgerald, Gene Galate, and Matt Gukos. Gukos. Whatever his name is. Glucose. I don't care. I'm calling you glucose now. You're sugar. I don't care. Table salt. You're just table salt now. I'm almost a table salt boy. Ha! I'm a bit sick. Deal with it, alright? Ha! So, the All-Star game, we see the West beat the East 72-64. W. Jorgensen wins the All-Star game MVP. W. Jorgensen 12, 11, 5, and 3 steals. 17 and 10 from Ralph Seaver. 10, 5, and 3 from Jake Halbert. 12, 5, and 1 off the bench from Pop Goodwin. Oh! 2 boards, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks from Bob Kluggish with 17 boards. 17 somehow. Bob Kluggish. Damn. Not what I expected from him. Alright. Another weekend. The Knicks are still in the lead, 29-18. 3 games ahead in their division. They're now 7 games at 34-19, and they're 7.5 games in the lead in the division now. 8.5. They're 9 games now ahead in their 10 games. By the way, 39-21, 10 games above in their conference lead. Well, the worst in the West still went 500. Well, the second best in the East went under 500. Wow. Wow, that's how you know the East is weak, except for the Knicks. Because the Knicks are good. Go Knickies. Yeah, go Knickies. The Warriors 58-41. Joe Folks 18-12. Damn. 46-33. Warriors lose by 1. Oh no. Okay, both going in game 3. Warriors win that one. And Pittsburgh wins that one. Okay. We're going to round 2. Warriors and Knicks. Game number 1. Let's see how this works. I doubt that's how it works. Goes, I should say. Yeah, it's not even close. What? Okay, at least they're trying now. All of a sudden, 18 points from Joe Folks. 26 shots. Okay, buddy. 8, 13, and 5 blocks from Bob Kluggish. Ooh, nice. Free throws. Now up. We'll see. Yeah, the Knicks are obviously on this game. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Okay, St. Louis wins that one. Okay, not even close. 18 points, 19 rebounds for draft. 0 3 blocks. Game number 2. A bit better for Philly. Still one from New York. Go Knicks, I guess. Obviously 15 22 rebounds and 4 blocks. Okay, damn. Warriors. Joe Folks 16-7-2. Oh, he's starting to shoot better now. Oh, look at that. 1 for 13 from Art Hillhouse. Not surprising. 2.4% from the field. We don't talk about that stuff. It's a lie. It's a huge lie. 21.3, 15.2. We don't talk about that. We don't. Huh. Anyway, we got this. Huh. So, 10 points from Abdul, I guess. Philly ties it up. Oh my. Wow. Pittsburgh gets a game at least. Okay, Bob, 69. Nice. And St. Louis moves on. That was a murder. Only 3 points in the first quarter for Pittsburgh? You kidding me? Only 3 points? 12.9% from the field? That's low. Okay. Knicks win by only 3 points here. Alright. Jake Weaver, 20 rebounds. Okay, Jake Weaver, 20 boards. From 5.9 in the season to 9.8. All of a sudden, he's stepping up. Alright. Game 1 against the Bombers. We lose. Okay. At 8 boards, okay. For Jake Weaver, Ralph Stewart. 8 blocks. 2.5 blocks a game in the regular season. 4.3 blocks a game in the playoffs. Okay, Ralph Stewart, damn. 11 points, 16.5 rebounds, 1.7 steals, 0.8 assists, and 4.3 blocks, and 26.4% field. We don't talk about that. Game 2. Okay. Ralph Stewart getting 6 blocks still. 3, 2, 1 series. Let's see, 25 rebounds. Damn. Okay, so let's see, getting a whole chunky load of blocks. 4.6 blocks now. Heading to game number 5 in New York. Looks like the Knicks take a 2-point lead entering halftime. Student only has 1 block. Okay. Yeah, looks like the Knicks are gonna win the championship. Let's go. Brett Golf. Get out. Get out. Good. You're off the court. Good. Don't like you. Knicks win it all. Woo! Woo! Season summary: Finals MVP Bob Pluggish. Semi-finals MVP Bob Pluggish. Ralph Sewer MVP. 11.3 points. 32.3 rebounds. 1.2 assists. 2.3 Ralph Sewer. 32.3 rebounds. 2.5 blocks. 1.2 steals. Popcorn 6 man of the year. 6.7 points. 5.1 rebounds. 1.2 assists. So there's that. Go to the expansion draft. We can see the Baltimore Bullets get entering into the league. Bud Palmer, Hank Roston, Earl Shannon, Jerry Kelly, Herschel Baltimore, Irv Torgoff, Buddy O'Grady, Deb Smith, Tom Callahan, and Art Spector. But this is where history diverges. To the top draft prospect is Otis Birdsong. Look at Detlef Shrimp here. Yeah, 1947. Yeah. History's going to diverge this time around. As the Washington Capitals select Otis Birdsong from Houston. Providence Steamrollers select Otto Moore. The Baltimore Bullets select Bob Bigelow. Bigelow? Who? Why does he look like a serial killer? I'm scared. Jerome Robinson to the Chicago Stags. I'm scared of him. Brendan Hayward fits the Celtics. AC Law 6 to the Warriors. Taylor Swift to the Bombers. Joe Holland to the Knicks. We also get Bob Hubbard, I guess, Gary Melachoni, Maurice Spites. I probably mispronounced. Dude's got a big forehead. Just gotta say the least. Dude's got a big forehead. By the way, we're going to free agency now. W. Hardigan. Let's go. Yeah, 4 teams left. Sure, we know that. Turtle Huskies, Flint Rebels, Detroit Falcons, Pittsburgh Ivan. Yeah, they leave. So W. Hargensen, Leggy Hermsman, Josh Mack, and Joe Folks is a free agent. Connie Simmons signs with Chicago Stacks. He lives in Boston. Go to Chicago. Okay, buddy. Bob Hubbard, Jerome Robinson, Connie Simmons, Chick Halbert, and Max Zavalewski. That's going to be a scary team. I don't like that. That's a good team. George Nostrand. He's leaving. Of course, he leaves Toronto because Toronto isn't returning. He's going to St. Louis to team up with Ralph Stewart, Detlef Shrimp. Oh, that's going to be the Twin Towers. George Nostrand, Ralph Stewart, and Detlef Shrimp. Now they're going to be scary. Congratulations. Yay. Ha. W. Hargensen signs with the Warriors. Teaming with AC Law, Art Hillhouse, Matt Google's. Assuming if Joe Folks resigns with the Warriors, which is unlikely. Craig Hermanson going to the Warriors too. Oh, that's the big one. Stan Miasek Oh, bit for same mistake to Boston. The Warriors are picking up free agents. Okay, the Warriors are picking up free agents. They got Dick Murphy, Bob Fitzgerald, Clay Hermson, and W. Jorgensen. That's one hell of a free agency pickup for the Warriors. It's one hell of a. Oh, we're not even halfway done yet. Odd Brindley to the Washington Capitals. Harry Miller to the Washington Capitals, too. Hold up, is Joe Folk not going to get signed? John Macken to the Baltimore Bullets, apparently. Alright. But did Joe Folks not get signed? Joe Folks is still a free agent at +5. Okay, Joe Folks still getting better. Joe Folks, yeah, we're riding there. Ariel Mon, okay, wow. Wow. Okay, he might be a good player. Top players. Ralph Seward. Of course, he's getting better. He's still kind of young. Emeka Okafor. Oh no. He's a free agent. Ralph Seward. Middlezok. Arimon. Joe Folks. John Macken. George Nordstrom. Max Zavaleski. Otis Birdsong. And Gary Melachoni. What was the last pick of the draft? And he's now Max Zavaleski. Oh my. 12 plus 12 defensive IQ. Look at that. Chick Halbert. Rip bro. Rip. Now to the trade deadline, we can go a few games in. John Murphy. Joe Folks wants Ellis. Like, he gets signed by the Warriors. Joe Folks also signs with the Warriors. Okay, the Warriors are good. Joe Folks, Clay Hermson, W. Jorgensen, AC Law, George Seleski, Howard Luciska, Monta Ellis, Art Hillhouse, Jordan. Art Hill was supposed to be. Bro fell off. The Warriors should be good. Why are they only 7-11? 7-11. 6-7. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, 6.5 games above in the East for New York. 4.5 games for St. Louis. Okay, now it looks like the Warriors are getting better. Ish. They're still kind of ish good. Look at that. 19.5 for the Knicks. That Millsap, 11.5 points a game, 9.8 rebounds. 13 points a game, 11.7 from Nick. Okay, the Knicks are doing pretty good. Joe Folks, 18.8 points. Okay, wow. Joe Folks, 4.8 turnovers. We don't talk about that. 8.3 rebounds. It's 1.5 steals, 0.5 blocks, 33.7% from the field, 80% from the free throw line. Ferrick. Okay, the next league leader in points is not even close. That's not even close. Joe Folks is just on his own level of goodness. Schweitz, 38.9% from the field. Look at that. Into the All-Star break. Let's see how we get here. West Conference, we see Ralph Seward, John Macken, Brady Walker, Bob Furyk, Detlef Schrempf, Gene Galladay, Max Zavaleski, Aubrey Davis, Giuffrio, George Nordstrom, Al Grate, and Gianni Nolander. In the Eastern Conference, Clay Hermson, Kornak, Joe Folks, Otto Moore, Gary Melachoni, Melachoni, Pop Goodwin, Virgil Vaughn, Maurice Spites, W. Jorgensen, Harold Common, Ariel Mon, and Nat Middlesock. I probably am butchering the names. Well, let it be, I guess. John Macken wins the All-Star Game MVP. 60 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I guess 11 points, 16 rebounds from Ralph Seward. 11, 3, 3, and 3 from Bob Furyk. 13, 5, and 3 steals off the bench from Max Zavaleski. 12, 2 and 2 from Clay Hermson. 13, 16, 2, 2 and 2 for Lee Kornick. Joe Folks 10, 8, 2. 10 and 12 and 7 and 5 steals for Otto Moore. Otto Moore got 5 steals. What? Okay, wow. Otto Moore. Okay, let's head to the playoffs. Knicks make the playoffs. Warriors become the #1 seed in the East somehow after having a better continuous season. I guess St. Louis hanging win streak 37-11. All right. Yeah. So, it's game 1. Knicks 44-31. Okay. Chicago, Bob Hubbard, 9 points, 16 rebounds, 19 rebounds from John Mackin on Baltimore. Damn. Providence 71-61 over New York. Lee Kornick had 20. Yeah, Chicago beats Baltimore. Oh! 18-30 of a record. Beats 25-23. Wow. Wow. Knicks somehow managed to move on to the second round. Next, we're playing the Warriors. Joe Folks 24. Who let him cook? And 4 steals. Who let Joe Folks cook? 13-5 on that middle. Who let him cook? Who let him cook? Ravs here 27-18 and 5 blocks. What? What? Okay. Ralph Seawer, okay. The Cornect, 23 rebounds from Ralph Seawer. Okay, the Warriors are next game at least. (22 from 14 from Deadlift and 17 from Ralph Seawer. Okay, the Knicks are they gonna come back? Well, St. Louis Bombers obviously are gonna win that one, 5. But the Knicks, oh, okay, they came back down 2-0. They're in the finals against the St. Louis Bombers. We're getting a finals rematch. Great. Game 1, 6-7. Okay, I'll stop. 24 rebounds from Raps here. 5 blocks, 6 steals. Whole bro was a defensive beast. Damn. Bro was done. Game number 2. Okay, bro was another defensive beast again. Holy wow. Game 3. We win barely by 1 point. Game 4. We win again. Game 5. We lose. Heading to game number 6. Down 3-2. My Knicks. Oh no. Okay. Really close. Okay, we pull away. 23-13 from the 6, 10, 2 and 5 and 2 from Ralph Seawer. 19-16 from Matt Milzoff. 14, 7, 5 and 5 from Jerry Millichan. Gene Gary. 7 and 10 from Lee Kornick. 12, 13, 2 and 3 blocks from Bucklish. Bucklish follows out, of course he does. Okay, we are clutching out that one. As we go to game 7, as Knicks might win, go back to back. And looking like no. Okay, maybe 5 points to me. I think that could be possible. 13-20, 19-10. Lincoln I got 19. Yeah, I don't think so. No. Nope. Nope. We couldn't get another point. Damn it. Yeah, we lost 71-62 and 7. Ralph Seaver Finals MVP. Lee Cormack, semifinals MVP. And Ralph Seaver semifinals MVP. MVP is Ralph Seaver. Defensive player Ralph Seaver. 6th man of the year, Jeff Rio. Most improved is Marilyn Hahn. And Gary Melanchthony is Rookie of the Year. The expansion draft received 4-1 Pistons, Indianapolis Jets, Indianapolis Jets, Minneapolis Lakers, and Rochester Royals. Indianapolis and Minneapolis. And Memorial Ball leaving Providence for Indianapolis. Look at that. Bob Cluggish. No. New draft. Now we can see Mecca Okafor getting drafted. There it is, Thomas to the Washington first. Then Mecca Okafor. Minneapolis Antonio Daniels. Paul Arizin to the Indianapolis Jets. 4-1 Pistons get Harrison Barnes, Alvin Adams, Luke Babbitt, Nick Witherspoon, Mike Price, Malik Sealy, Malachi Flynn, Fab Mello, Dickman Autostale, Hank Biasetti, who's kind of attractive, if I'm going to be honest. I'm a simp, I know I am. Leave me alone. Yeah. Max Zavalaski's now going to be a free agent. And he says with Baltimore. Okay. Monte Ellis of Providence. Yeah, Chris Lowe with Chicago, I guess. Alright. Baltimore Bulls getting a logo. Those Bombers. Okay. Ralph Seaver's a bit worse. Alvin Adams. Okay, damn. Bro, I'm playing around. Ugh. Stretch. Paul Arizin. Oh, my Paul Arizin and Alvin Adams together. That's going to be a fun duo. Nick Witherspoon, of course. Those players are going to the top. Not Mark Price, Mike Price. Which that's so wrong in so many ways. $19.49 now. $16-6 for the Knicks. We're on a 6-game win streak. Nice, I guess. 18-4 for the St. Louis Bombers. And Pollard's at 18 points. Thought Alvin Adams would do so much better, dude. I guess not. Alvin Adams is only number 8 in Defensive Player of the Year. They were kind of early in the season, so we'll let them get a chance to clean up. Trade deadline. He's only number 7. 10 in MVP. Slowly heating himself up. 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. 3.8% from the field, I guess. Now we see the All-Star break. Western Conference, we see Paul Arizin, Ralph Seaver, Dylan Schiff, Alvin Adams, Corey Blount, Alvin Morgenthaler, R.B. Davis, John Mills, Maurice Agger, Anthony Davis, Francisco Garcia, George Nostrand. Eastern Conference, Mecca Okafor, Noble Jorgensen, Nick Witherspoon, Mike Price, Tyrese Thomas, Clicker Hermson, Maurice Spites, John Mackin, Harold Codman, Frank Mangiapane, Fab Milo, and Howie Dalmer. And this game goes to OT. Ooh. 84-82. Lee Jorgensen wins it in OT. 16-9, 2 and 4 steals, 3 points with 20 rebounds for Emeka Okafor. Oh, damn, 18 and 10 for Nick Witherspoon. 20 points for Paul Arizin, 16 and 10 for Bob Seward, 20 and 10 and 4 from Taylor Shim. 8, 4, 3, 1, and 4 for Albert Adams. 9, 5, and 5 for Antonio Daniels off the bench. Alright, so we are now going to see, let's go to the All-Star playoffs, I guess. 39-21 for the Knicks. Indianapolis Jets, an expected team. First in the West. 43-17. Paul Arizin and Francisco Garcia. How did they lead the team? Damn. Why am I so damn tired? Alright, I guess. Game 1. We're gonna see W. Jorgensen 10, 14 for steals. Alright. I'm not seeing anything, nothing notable to mention. Okay. I guess that's that basically the Knicks. And Knicks move on. Move on to round 2. Knicks Dynasty, I doubt. Ralph Seward, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Paul Arizin, 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Game 1 of the conference finals. 26 rebounds for Nick Witherspoon in the conference finals game 2. Yeah, he still lost. Damn. The Knicks are in the finals again, and it's a 3rd time in a row finals rematch. Game 1 of St. Louis, Game 2 to New York, 27 from Mike Price. Wow. Game 3 to New York, Game 4 to St. Louis, Game 5 to New York, heading to Game 6 in New York, looks like. New York up 3-2. Oh no. St. Louis might force Game 7. Yeah, they're gonna force Game 7. They try to come back, but they're forcing Game 7 in St. Louis. And okay, kind of close. Knicks up by 1. Okay, they're up by 7. 6-7. 6-7. Yeah. Oh, stop. I've Seward home. Mike Price fouls out. The misses both free throws. And yeah, looks like about it. Yep. The Knicks win it all. 65-60. Knicks back to 2 and 3 years, I guess. I'll take the win. And Nat Milazok Finals MVP. Semifinals MVP, Nat Milazok, Ralph Seward, Semifinals MVP. MVP is Paul Arizin, 16.9 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. Tyrese Thomas to Defensive Player of the Year, 14.8 rebounds, 2.2 blocks, and 1.4 steals. Sixth Man of the Year, Joel Folks, 12.7 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Most Improved Player, Frank Mangiapane, 8.5 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists. Rookie of the Year, Paul Arizin, I already read his stats. He won Rookie of the Year and MVP the same year. Kind of surprising-ish. I thought Alvin Adams would do better than this, but I guess not. Part of the Steamrollers are now gone. They're folding. 6 new teams. We got the Syracuse Nationals, Trustees Blackhawks, the Anderson Packers, the Sheboygan Redskins, the Waterloo Hawks, and the Denver Nuggets. Alright, Joe Folks going to Denver. Fort Wayne gets Jaren Jackson Jr., Dwight Davis to Chicago, Marcus Smart to Washington, Jerry West to Baltimore. Jerry West already getting drafted. Nick Okongu, Brandon McCoy, Anderson Packers get Bob Cousy. We get Bob Cousy, Paul Ayers, and Jerry West. Jamal Wilkes, Henry Green, Horace Graham, Bob Portman, William Avery, Devin Booker. That's Steve Nash. That is Steve Nash. Once they go to the Rochester Royals, Steve Nash. That is Steve Nash. That is Steve the Heave. That is Steve the Heave. That is Steve the Heave. Nick Weatherspoon to the Portland Pistons. Heading straight to the 49-50 season Indianapolis Jets and on the Indianapolis Olympians. Okay, dealership plus 8. Dealership plus 3. Okay, damn. Festus, Fetus, Zili, Wheelie, Festus, Zili. Ha. Oh, stop. Tyrese Thomas plus 7. Nick Weatherspoon, okay. Damn, how is he good? Alvin Adams can slightly a bit better. Paul Ayers, fell off potential wise. Michael Thompson is a draft prospect. Oh my. Hank Biasetti, a bit better. Assumption University, that's the name. Seriously? I guess. Let's go to trade deadline. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Huh. Okay, next up in the conference, 28-8 for St. Louis. Alright, nice. Negative point. How does that work? Huh? It's because they played more games, I'm guessing. Also, Team 1, you got Dallas Shrimp, Frank Mangapain, Alvin Adams, Hank Biasetti, Ralph Seaver, Aneka Okongu, Jamal Wilkes, John Mackin, Marcus Maurice Ager, John Pilch, Ken Green. Also, Team 2, Nick Witherspoon, Tyrese Thomas, Mike Price, Paul Ayers, Dwight Davis, Maurice Spites, Kagi Hermson, Nick Babbitt, Aneka Okafor, Otoni Daniels, W. Jorgensen, and Elmo Morgenthaler. And also, Team 1 wins 86-62. That's not even close to the Shrimp MVP. 22-9. Wow. Wow. Oh, right. It wasn't even close. I don't even mention anything else. Heading, okay, 100. I saw that 100. Damn. Another Shrimp and Ralph Seaver weren't playing around, I guess. St. Louis is now 46-14. Look at that. And now we must see this game. Most of 3. Alright. Game 1. 22 rebounds for Autumn in game 1. Alright. Maurice Ager, 25 points. Oh my, 24 and 15 and 3 steals. Bob Cousy, what the fuck? I'm sorry for swearing. Bob Cousy just had 5 blocks in a game and 10 rebounds. Bob Cousy had 5 blocks in a game. What? We're talking about Bob Cousy. How's that to 1.4 blocks a game? 2.5 blocks a game in playoffs, technically speaking. This is Bob Cousy we're talking about. What? 3 What? 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 Bob Cousy. Okay, I think the next win game 1 there. They lose game 2. Oh no. No! Lost by 2. Knicks are eliminated. Game 1, okay. And look at the finals, Warriors and Washington Capitals. We finally do not see a rematch. We finally get a first time champion this time again. Game 1 was Washington. Game 2, Washington. Game 3, Washington. Away, game number 4. As Washington looks like they're going to sweep. Yep. Oh. Oh, it's real close. Washington up by 1. Wall turns over the ball. Fritz Nagy made a shot. No good. Howie Dahmer defensive rebound. Dick Garman look up shot. Shot rims out. Harry Thomas defensive rebound. Otis Burson turns over the ball. Howie Dahmer elevate shot with a shot at the rim. No good. Howie Dahmer offensive rebound. No push shot. No good. Tyrese Thomas defensive rebound. Tyrese Thomas with a mid-range shot. 35 seconds to go. No good. Dick Garman maker defensive rebound. Timeout. 33.6 seconds. Warriors down by 1. Jerome Pillis, Dick Garmaker. Clay Hermson, elevation for a shot at the rim. No good. Out of bounds. And Washington holds on to the ball as they win it all at 1 point. They sweep them. 27 points, 23 rebounds for Tyrese Thomas. What? Okay. Marcus Smart, 999. 999. 999. Okay, I'll stop. 6 blocks with Clay Hermson. Wow. Tyrese Thomas, 5 feet. Semifinals MVP, Tyrese Thomas and Howie Dahmer. Most improved MVP is Dallas Shrimp. 21 points, 10.9 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Defensive Player of the Year is Tyrese Thomas. 14.3 rebounds, 1.9 blocks, and 1.7 steals. Sixth Man of the Year is Kai Flynn. 8.7 points, 1.8 rebounds, and 3.7 assists. Most improved players, Dallas Shrimp. And Rookie of the Year is Dwight Davis. 12.9 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 2.9 assists. And Hill Hollis retires. Okay. We see Anderson Packers, Chicago Redskins, Waterloo Hawks, Denver Nuggets, Chicago Stacks, St. Louis Bombers all fold. And well, if I don't have anything else to do right now, I'll just wait for something, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I'll just continue this later. I'm getting a bit tired. I barely got sleep. I'm so sorry. I need a nap. I'll see you in a bit. Alright. I'll continue later. Hopefully in a few hours.